Okay, guys, hello. Okay, hopefully you can hear me because I'm going live. Hello, hello, hello. Can you hear me okay? Just making sure before I go. Okay. Yeah, you can hear me. Okay, good. Okay, I'm going to get going because I have a lot of things to tell you guys. But hello, everybody. Hi, everybody. Linda and Sparky and Joanne and Sandra and Swiss Dots and everybody. Hello. Okay. All right. So there's a lot of stuff. First of all, I want to tell you about Nancy Pelosi because she's bugging me, and I know she's getting a lot of grief right now. But I wanted to let you know that what she's waiting for, and what I figured out, is that she's waiting for Mueller to testify. That's what she's waiting for. She's waiting for that because there is something she knows that he is going to say, that he has to say, actually, in testimony, that is going to be a game changer. And she feels like once he testifies, it's going to be so obvious and overwhelming that they'll just move right into impeachment from that. So that's her plan. So she's waiting for that, but she does want to. She does want to do this. She can't. She feels like she is such a lightning rod for the base and for the Republicans in general, that she wants to make sure that she looks like she's being pushed, that she has no choice but to just do this. So that's what she's doing. And Mueller is what she's waiting for. They're negotiating with him, and I do see him testifying in public. So if he is supposed to, he should. So hopefully that will be that. Okay, the next thing is that I wanted to let you know that something else came up which was interesting, and that is, along with Pelosi, because I know that a lot of psychics have seen like a woman involved in bringing Trump down, and I said a while back I thought it was Nancy Pelosi. Recently, I've been seeing a younger man. There's a younger man that's going to help in this process. He's going to help to bring Trump down. And they also said that this younger man is going to be president. He may not be the next president, but they said he's going to be president one day. They didn't say the next president, so I just assume it means like maybe later, but he's going to help to get Trump out, like to make him leave. So I just wanted to let you know that. Mitch McConnell, I got information on him. Again, he's been bugging me lately. He's been bugging me. And he took Russian money. He knew what Putin was doing. He knew about it. And he basically, this is a long series of getting information from my guides. So that's why it's kind of a little bit, I guess, extensive, but they said that McConnell kind of lost his mind when Obama got in. It was at that point he came to the conclusion that the public, the electorate, can't make decisions anymore. They don't know what they're doing, and they don't understand the way things really work, that they need to take this control from them because they can't do it. So he kind of lost his mind a little bit and just decided, you know what, democracy is not working anymore. He knew about Putin. He knew what he was doing. He knew that they were trying to get Trump in. He knew it. So he also wants it to seem like when there's two parties in, like when there's a Democratic House and other Republican president or whatever, that nothing gets done. He wants to like have that like as a like a subconscious thing, that people feel like they need to just put one party in everything, otherwise nothing gets done. That's part of why he's not letting anything come to the floor. He wants it, ever since the Democrats got in, he just wants it to stop. So that's his thing. He's weird. So basically, and so I was asking about, because of all these different European countries getting installing these like far right wing kind of people, I asked like kind of a bigger picture question. What is going on? What is this about? What are they trying to do? And what I got was that Steve Bannon came up and they said that his idea is that that countries and the way things work should kind of run like a corporation, where the people with the most money and the most power are making all the decisions, and that you need to make the people think that they have a say. That's why it's like this whole populism where back to the people. It's a lie. What they want to do is pretend that people have power. They'll have these elections that don't mean anything, and they'll have it appear like people are having their say, but it isn't. It's fake. They're running everything, and he feels like kind of like McConnell a little bit, and that's why I think he came up after that, was because it's like the people don't really understand. They don't get it. There's also something about the population and like resources running out. Like they need to be in charge so they can figure things out and make sure that it is like kind of survival of the fittest. That is kind of their take on it, but that there's going to be that the resources need to be at some point we're going to need to have people that are in charge of the resources, and that in that case a democracy is not going to work. So that's what this is about. I'm sorry that I don't have like all the details, but it's kind of an overarching like thing of trying to take control because the people don't know. They don't really know what's going on. So that's kind of behind it. And the other thing I wanted to tell you was the funny thing that came up was that Putin and Bannon see Trump very differently. Putin thinks that he's a useful idiot, and he literally had all of Trump's money in his hands. He has full control financially over Trump. I'm sure it will come out, but he's had all of his money in his hands and could basically ruin him at any time. So Putin feels like I've got him where I want him, and he'll do whatever I say. So he's useful. He's a useful idiot. Bannon just thinks he's an idiot. He thinks he's going to ruin everything, and he is. That's exactly what's going to happen. It's the one thing that Steve Bannon is right about. So, but he's going to, the reason why Trump, and again, this is like over periods of time, I put this together by, words and visions and feelings and stuff. But basically Trump is going to be the first of one of these kinds of leaders to fall. And when he does, it's just going to trickle down. It's just going to trickle, and they're all eventually going to fall. They're in so many ways, they're trying to stop something they can't stop. They can't stop progress. They can't. So they're trying to kind of put the genie back in the bottle, and they can't. So anyway, the last thing I wanted to touch on was Lindsey Graham, because again, he's bugging me out. I'm like, what is up with this guy? Because they're showing him say completely the opposite many years ago. And of course he can't explain it. He just goes off on a tangent. But what struck me recently was seeing him on a talk show. I think it was over the weekend, how weird he looked, how his eyes looked dead. Like he was like a hostage video, he had there was nothing behind his eyes. So I wanted to see what was going on with him. And basically what they said was that, Lindsey Graham is basically, I'll just say, he's basically in the closet. He feels like with John McCain was kind of a protector for him. As long as he stuck with John McCain had enough respect and clout in the government that no one would mess with him. And with this particular group, he feels like he just needs to go along because they're so mean and so vicious that they would bring up something like that. The Democrats, he never thought would, because Democrats don't care about stuff like that. This particular group, though, he's really like, they would take me apart. He has skeletons in his closet and they would bring everything out. So he feels like he needs to toe the line. He's basically a coward. And, you know, I don't know. I think he's probably going to be one of these people that dies in the closet, because he's so, he just feels like it would ruin him. That's all I can say. So anyway, so moving on to your questions and or comments or whatever. Just make sure that's everything. But I think it is. So, but I've just been kind of like wanting a bigger picture, because it's scary to think all of these things, all of these right-wing people are coming in, and it's very, it seems big. It seems like it's growing, but it's not going to succeed. I just have to tell you that it's not going to succeed. It may take a little while to get back to normal, but it's not going to succeed. It's not going to. It's going to come, it's going to be like on the brink, but it won't. And Trump is going to be, in a way, the savior because he's such a screw up that, it is really going to be his downfall that starts all of the other kind of downfalls coming. So just wanted to make sure you guys knew that. Okay. What about Mike Pence? Mike Pence, the thing that came out about Bannon when I was looking at him was that Mike Pence is, he would rather have Mike Pence in there. But Mike Pence, it's funny because Mike Pence, he's just as involved as Trump is in all of this stuff. He knew about like Russia and all these things. And of course, Paul Manafort brought him in. He's just better at hiding stuff. He's just better at keeping quiet. And Bannon wishes that a long time ago they had just gotten rid of Trump, because he's going to be a disaster, which he is. But he would rather see Pence in that position. Whenever all of this stuff goes down, Pence is going to. It's going to be a trickle effect, and a lot of people are going to be swept up in this. There's a lot of money things that are going to come out. A lot of Republicans took money from Russia, not knowing it was Russia. And there was even a couple of people that wanted to go to like the FBI, but they were talked out of it. I'm not sure by who, but they were talked out of it. Like, you can't do that. So a lot of them feel like at this point they'll get in trouble. Some of them didn't know it was Russia. Some of it was like through the NRA and a couple other places. But anyway, that's that. Okay, so hello, Mary Ann. It's going to happen with Roe v. Wade. That's one thing I wanted to say about John Roberts, because I know that John Roberts has been spending time with Trump and stuff. And let me put it this way. He knows what the right thing to do is. He hasn't like pledged loyalty to Trump or anything like that. He knows what the right thing to do is. He's very aware, like I said, of his place in history. He's not as weird. He's definitely right wing, and I probably not agree with him on almost anything. But he is very kind of a little more like Mueller, where he really understands and respects the letter of the law. So I think he will do the right thing in the end. It could be like, Barr and, be a complete, whatever, do a complete flip, but he knows what the right thing to do is. And he's under incredible pressure right now. And it feels like he's just under incredible pressure and strain, but he knows what the right thing to do is. So that's what I'm seeing. And to me, that means he will do the right thing. He has a very clear perspective on history and law and where he fits in this. And so that's what I think will happen, hopefully. I've been waiting for you all day. Hi, Terry. Hi, Melissa. Will we ever have Medicare for all? Yeah, it's to me, it looks more like it looks when I look at that kind of stuff, like going forward, it looks like universal health care. Like it's not even it kind of is more like England or like Canada, that kind of model. It goes completely another way. And like I said, it's hard to believe that we'll be so far in another direction, not a very long period of time. But we will. Things are going to get very progressive very quickly. This is just a crappy time, so but it is going to pass. Yeah. So anyway, okay. So how did Fox News get on? What did that say? I'm sorry, I didn't see it. Okay. Putin thinks Trump is a useful idiot. Bannon thinks he's an idiot. Yes, that's right. So, okay, Swalwell. Swalwell did come to mind when they talked about a young man helping. It could be. Because he has that kind of energy, like a dad. It's like, but he's a young man. He's a young man. But he did come to mind. So that is a possibility. So I did have the same feeling. I didn't have a concrete feeling about that, but he was one of the first people that came to mind. So that could be. Do you see Kavanaugh actually staying? I kind of think that there are going to be a lot of things because it will come out that he's illegitimate, like completely illegitimate president. I'm not sure when that will come out. I feel like it will be pretty soon in kind of all of this other stuff coming out. But I feel like, I lost my train of thought, but sorry, I just saw another question. So anyway, but I feel like, I don't know, I lost my train of thought. Sorry, guys. If you can tell me what I was just talking about, I completely lost my train of thought. Sorry. I saw something about Barr. I just wanted to say about Barr. They're asking if he's going to go to jail. He's going to be hurt. Let me just put it that way. He's going to, oh, sorry, Kavanaugh, I feel like the next president that comes in is going to add seats. And so he'll become irrelevant anyway. But I do think a lot of things are going to be like undone that Trump did because he didn't have the authority to do it. He didn't have, and even Mitch McConnell, he didn't have the authority to do what he did. And it's going to impact a lot of different things. Barr, I don't know if he'll actually go to prison. He's going to be ruined, though. It's going to be, like I said, a lot of people are going to be swept up in this, and it's not going to be. It'll be good for us because it'll be like, we know who everybody. It is like draining the swamp, but in a different way. But anyway, that's that. Okay, so Jerry Nadler's health. He doesn't look very good. It's partly because I did look into this because he looked bad, and I was like, what is going on with him? Part of it is there's something with his coloring. So when they do his makeup, like it looks bad. It looks almost like corpse-y or something. It sounds weird, but it's like his coloring is weird right now. I feel like it's because he's on. I get like a thing about like medication that he's on something and doing something that makes him look like his coloring's different or something. Not exactly sure, but when I looked into it, it was like he was okay. He's under a tremendous amount of stress. And he's on a tricky, like he's on some kind of medication. So he must have, and there is like a long-term health thing, like I don't know, diabetes or some kind of thing that he has that he deals with all the time. I don't see him like dying or anything like that, or like anything like that. But I think the stress has gotten to him. But there's also something weird with his coloring. So when he's on TV, it looks weird. I don't know. Anyway, that's one thing. I believe good always wins out too. And sometimes we don't know, like something can look bad, but it, like I said, in a way, Trump is going to drain the swamp, just not in the way we thought, but everything's going to come out. This is going to be we're not going to believe how much corruption was in the government and how so many people just thought it was okay. It was just like it's like a free for all right now. Thieves are running the bank. It really is. Okay, can you touch on the time frame? Okay, I got a question about this earlier. The time frame of Trump leaving. Okay, so I have always said, I know he's going. I know it's going to be okay. I feel like the how and the when are a little bit, they're up to individuals, so it's hard to know. I have always felt like fall was very significant. I'll just put it that way. I actually think that his numbers and his like followers are going to drop and drop and drop, and he'll be asked to go, kind of like Nixon. Because I've never seen him like impeached and like voted out or something. It's like he gets fed up and goes. He's going to go down fighting though. I mean, he's going to be fighting this, but it seems like he kind of, yeah. See, I'm seeing it again. It's like he just goes, and I'm not sure. It looks like someone like makes him go. Like I said, this younger guy has something to do with this. So I'm not sure exactly, and I'll have to look more into it. But you know, the main thing is he's going, and a lot of the damage he's done, not everything, you know, but a lot of the damage is going to be like reversed or fixed in some way. So there. Okay, President Pelosi, maybe. I don't know. I mean, I guess it's a possibility if they. I feel like it's going to take a while. This is going to take a while to do. But I've never felt like his base was as big as they say. Whenever I see the numbers, I always think 32%. 32%. That's what it really is. And I see it going down to about 22. So that's what I see. It can always be wrong. So anyway, will women from jail early? Will the women named reality winner be released from jail early? That sounds familiar. I just heard, yeah. Not it doesn't feel like it's a lot earlier, but I just heard, yeah. So that's that. Eric, yes. John Jr., I've always seen going to prison. Jared Kushner, I've always seen going to prison. And I'm not sure about Eric, actually. I'm not sure about him. I know the family name is ruined. And I know that it's like, no, it's like I kind of compare it to OJ. It's kind of like nobody wants anything to do with them. Their name is mud and their fortune is gone. And I feel like I almost feel like later they leave the country, like they leave. So that's what I see. Okay, Sparky, and will Hope Hicks tell the truth when she testifies? She will. She will. I'm not really sure. I've seen different psychics say about their relationship. I actually really feel like she has a good like upbringing. Like she talks to her parents and talks to like her dad in particular. They're very nice people, and she kind of was in a lot of ways kind of like Cohen, on better terms obviously than Cohen was, but she she kind of got swept up in things, and she's very young. So she kind of got swept up in things, but if she testifies, she will tell the truth. Um, um, this party, this man is so vicious, and a lot of people are so afraid to cross him. And so this will, until they start, Mueller he's the catalyst. He's the one who starts the ball rolling. So there you go. Will Hannity be in big trouble? I've always seen financial stuff with him. Taxes. I feel like either he never paid his taxes, or he doesn't, or he didn't, or something with money and taxes. So the polls being manipulated in order to keep Trump's numbers. Yes, I do. I think the polls are wrong. I think the polls are wrong about Joe Biden as well. I get that feeling. I feel like they want to run against Joe Biden. I feel like they're pushing that, because I was hearing somebody say, when I was watching the thing about it was a thing about Joe Biden, I could hear, it was like somebody was talking and saying that that it's going to look bad if there's a young woman or man, somebody 20 years younger than Trump on a stage with him. It's going to look bad. That it's better to have him standing by like Bernie or Joe Biden. And it may even be Trump that's saying that, because it's about branding. It's like his it would just look bad. It would just look really bad, and he didn't want to be like with like a Buttigieg or like a Kamala Harris or whatever, where they look so much younger, and it would just make him look bad. And I don't know if it's him saying that or somebody else, but that's what I was hearing. So, but I do think the polls are wrong. I just do. You agree about Biden. Can you say anything about the IG report? IG report. What is the IG report? What is that? IG. Energy behind the electoral college system. The electoral college system. That's one of those things that's when this kind of like progressive like shift happens, that's part of it. And like the voter, the thing about voter laws is going to be changed. A lot of things are going to change. It's going to be great. I mean, for people who want things to be more fair, as far as financially, and people being able to, retire and have like something to retire with. And a lot of things are going to change. Some like union things are going to change. It's people, they have more protections and more prosperity because of the laws and the changes that are going to come. Let's see. What is the IG report? Can somebody tell me what that is? Oh, Inspector General's report. I don't know. I don't know why I don't know, but I don't know. I'll look into it, and I'll try to do a video on it. I feel like it's a big thing, and I feel like I need to like really, really be immersed in that for a little while. This stuff takes a while. It doesn't. Sometimes I can just close my eyes and get like a vision of. But the IG report, I feel I'll just tell you, the image I'm seeing is like a it's like do not smoke or whatever. It's like that with the slash through it. So I'm not sure what that means. I'm not sure. I'll do a video solely on that later, because I feel like it's like a lot. And so I don't want to get into that right now, but that's the first thing I'm seeing is like a note, as like the like the circle with the slash through it. So I don't know what that means. Okay, let's see. Can you see how the future of Europe? And like I said, it's going to be a little weird, a little rocky. But I feel like when Trump is like falls, literally fall, I always say when he falls, it's going to trickle. It's um, a, a lot of other places will feel free to look into the backgrounds of some of these people and the money and where it's coming from, and it's like a trickle effect. And so all I can tell you is he's the first one, and that's why he's significant. He's I hate that idea that he's significant, but that's one reason he is significant. It may be the only reason he's significant is because he falls first, and it's this trickle. So will the economy hurt Trump? It feels like it's on shaky ground. The only way that it's gonna hurt him is that it's gonna be so unsteady. I feel like he's playing though. I think he's benefiting from these ups and downs of the stock market. I feel like he's playing it. I feel like he's moving money. He's buying and selling. That's what I see, and I don't know if it's his kids or who, but he's benefiting from that. He knows, and his friends. Sorry, his friends. He and his friends, the people that he wants. Oh, there's Russians involved too. I don't know. They could put money in our stock market, but I guess they can. But it's like they're playing it. They're playing it. But that's the thing that's going to be hurting is the unsteadiness of it. It's going to make consumers very nervous, and it's going to consumer spending is going to slow way down. I don't think it'll get to a crisis point like it did with George Bush, only because I feel like he's going to be gone pretty quickly, pretty soon. He's going to be gone. At least he's supposed to be gone pretty soon. So I think that the economy will teeter, and it will be unsteady. And I do feel like consumer confidence will start to show, or being not confident, it will start to show it in, it will reflect people, buying stuff and bigger items like cars and stuff like that. So yeah, but there's something about this that they're benefiting. I can see they're like moving money and making deals and stuff. It's weird. But they're moving stuff around anyway. Will the GOP die in the coming? Yeah. Well, the GOP. We're just talking about this today. In a way. In a way, it will. This kind of GOP will. It's going to take them a while to come back. It's a little bit like Nixon, where they're kind of devastated for a few voting cycles, and then people kind of start to emerge that are just more reasonable. This party, they won't even acknowledge that science is real. I mean, where do you go with that? So they'll just be a little more reasonable, a little more reality based than this party is. Just I feel like they don't even know what a lot of them don't know even what they're doing. They're just going along because they don't know what else to do. Okay. Conservative Party. Meghan McCain. Is that serious? Because I don't like Meghan McCain. She's so just, oh. Okay, Jim Jordan. He's one of those people that's going to be kind of swept up in this. I feel like there's something else with him, though. A few people are involved in kind of like I say like traffic, like human trafficking or something. It's seedy. It's very seedy. There's some people involved in that kind of stuff that's going to come out as well. It's like a cleansing in a way. A lot of this stuff is going to come out, and people are going to be like, "What the what? How did this go on?" But that is what it's going to be like. But think of it as like a cleansing, because this stuff's going to come out, and we're going to fix it. We're going to fix it. People will be outraged. People will they'll demand that it's fixed. Um, Dan Coates and Gina Haskell protect the intel from Barr. Okay, hold on a second. I'm seeing like they're digging like a moat. There's like a castle, and they're digging a moat. They're going to put up barriers. I think that's what that means. If you get something else from that, let me know. But I see like a castle, and then around the castle they're digging like a moat, where like there's water around, like it's protected. So let me know if you get something different from that. But just right off the bat, it feels like they're somehow putting a barrier around it and protecting certain information. So there's that. Okay. What about the children in the cages? So the kids that there's people. Sorry, I kind of take myself out of this one, because there's people that are benefiting financially from this. They're I know that my guides are protecting me from some of the images and some of the things like that, but I'll just say that there's a lot of people are benefiting financially from this. They're using they're using this situation to exploit what's going on. They're exploiting what's going on for financial gain. I think it's both with like kids, but also like with the camps. I have to say too, this this is going to be in some way, it's going to be set right. Obviously, these kids are going to be, emotionally changed, but there is going to be an attempt to try to set things right. It's over time, and it feels like a reparations kind of thing, like full citizenship, or if there's something that it's like they're going to try to set it right. That's what I'm seeing. So I'm not going to guess what it is, but they're trying to set it right. Someone asks, Deanna asks if Trump's brain is deteriorating significantly. I always get a couple of things with his brain. I mean, yes, he isn't what he used to be for sure, but I always get dehydration, sleep, and stress. There's always something that comes up with dehydration. It's the weirdest thing. It's something with he's taking medication. There's something with medication as well, that he's taking. It's from a doctor, but it dries you out. So I always get that though. So it's a combination of his just age, and then him, his brain, the way it works anyway, kind of slowing down. But then those things on top of it are making it worse. People are worried, and he's becoming more erratic. He's always been kind of like all over the place, but it's like he can't sit still. He can't listen to other people. He's so erratic and distracted, and he's also very paranoid. He keeps wanting to get rid of people. There might be somebody else leaving, because he keeps wanting to get rid of people, and they're trying to stop him. It could be Adderall. It could be Adderall. It feels like something that gives you that kind of peps you up a little bit. It, 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 it he thinks it helps him in some way to be vital, but it doesn't. It's hurting him at this point. Okay, so I think I answered that question. Politically, around the July eclipse, I don't know a lot about like eclipses and things like that. I'll just see what it comes. Eclipse. I'm hearing the Aquarius song. I'm hearing the Aquarius song. I don't know. I can't think of all the words right now, but I know it talks about the moon in the seventh house or something. But I'm hearing that it related to this. There's something about that. But that's what I'm hearing. So if anybody knows what that could mean, but it's clear, I can hear it. It's an answer, but I'm not familiar enough to be able to translate or know how to put it in with what you're talking about. But you're there, so that's what I'm hearing is the Aquarius song. So anyway, okay. I believe if Trump had not made The Apprentice, he wouldn't have been elected. That's probably true. I mean, so it was that persona that he built up, like he's this great businessman, and he's a con artist. He's a fake. He's a carnival barker. He's a complete fraud. It'll come out. So Trump is too old to be president. I feel that way too. I feel like that he is getting older, but the things he's doing and the amount of like stress and no sleep and all these things are just making it far worse. On Barr, okay. I'm gonna quickly just ask about Barr, what is going on with him, where he's going. He's very angry at Trump. He's saying Trump blew it. Trump's blowing it. He thinks he won't shut up. That's what I heard. He won't shut up. Let me handle it. It's like, just let me do this and shut up, that kind of thing. He's angry. And Barr, I see him leaving. At some point, he's either just going to go, or he's going to be pushed out in some way. But or he kind of gives up what he's trying to do. It's something like that. I've always seen that, but I just saw it again. He's going. He's like, I'm out of here, and I don't know if it just means out of the way. So sorry, I tried to do what I could do, or he's actually leaves. He's going to be ruined, though. This is going to ruin him. Any kind of career he thought he had is going to be done. Okay, so I'm going to do a couple more questions, and I'll let you guys get on with your evening, and hopefully have a good day tomorrow and a good week. And this stuff is just, I will read on the IG report, I promise. Person though. Ben Carson is also going to have some like money things, something with using like because I know he's done things to his office, but there's something about like inappropriate something with money, so some kind of there's something with that. There's something with money with him. And this is fast, so as I am doing the best I can. So Elizabeth Warren, she's I actually see her doing really well. She's she's going to push she's going to push the conversation. Um, she's going to make other people give details and say what they're going to do, and it's going to make other people have to tell us what they're going to do. She's so good at and has such a clear vision of what she wants to do. I actually haven't heard her like speak or anything. I'm just telling you what I'm getting, that she has a very clear view of what she wants to do. Her vision's very clear. And so other people are going to have to make theirs clearer because of her. She comes across very like bright and like feisty. She's going to do really, really well on the debates. So that's what I'm getting for her. Yeah, he did make a deal with the devil. I did, like I said, I saw something with money with him. Um, like he had either he needed money. It was like he needed money. That's what it was. Like he needed money, and he was paid off somehow. I don't know. Will Trump go to jail? That's the big question. I always thought no. And then you can go back and read or look at the Fred Trump reading that I did. His dad said that he is supposed to go to jail. That he is supposed to. Let's just put it that way. That he is supposed to go to jail. So, February 18th time frame during this year. Okay. And I'll try to figure out the Aquarius thing. I can see some people are trying to figure it out. I'll try to figure it out. I'm going to have to go look at the song and see what it's trying to tell me. So I'm not sure. Congressman Mark Meadows. I have to think of who that is. Mark Meadows. He's one of these people kind of like Devin Nunes who things will come out. Like I said, a lot of people are going to be swept up in this. And if they're not like legally swept up, it's like their reputation, just being associated with some of these people and things. It's going to be bad. Pete Buttigieg would encourage literacy and education if he's elected. Ruth Bader Ginsburg, I actually see her being okay. I think she'll be okay. I haven't seen anything negative, and so I take that to mean like it's going to be okay. I don't feel anything negative. I don't see all, so there could still be some, but I don't feel like there's anything like it doesn't feel weird or negative or anything like that. Okay, so 2020 candidates and new administration. I'm going to try to do a couple every video because there's just so many. The main thing that like I said, this young man started being a part of the equation with Nancy Pelosi now, and they did say he was going to be president. I don't know if it's this time, and Swalwell did come to mind, but that's something. So Devin Nunes. Devin Nunes went to Azerbaijan. Oh, here's Lucy. She was sleeping. Sorry. Here's Lucy. She's right here. She was sleeping, so she's all grumpy face. So Devin Nunes, there's other. He has like money hidden some. What is that? It's like he's got stuff like illegal things that he's kind of like it's like illegal things that he's involved in, that he has money hidden or money. I'm literally seeing like a tree and money like under the tree, like buried. So there's something with hiding money with him, but there's also something that feels illegal. There's something that he's doing that's illegal. Again, he's going to get swept up in this, and it's not going to be good for anybody. Okay. Okay. So Russian money. It could be Russian money. It could be Russian money. But it's like it's buried. Okay, yes, as a group we can let the sun shine in. That is true. Okay, so I guess I'm gonna say good night. Is there any last little questions or anything? Otherwise, I'll let you guys go. I'm hoping to do a live chat where we can do more personal questions. I was going to do some love and relationship ones, but they're all political, and it was just fine. It's totally fine. Cassie's doing good. She's dating someone, and she has been going out with friends and her cousins, so she's doing good. Thank you for asking. Thanks, you guys. I'm sorry when I can't answer something. I never know with the live streams how things are going to come and stuff, and I'll try to figure out the IG report. I want to figure that out for you guys because I think it's important. It's important. So I will do that. So okay. Bye, Kathy and artist, painter, goddess, Stella, Double Sherry Berry, Stacy, Noel, Sparky, Deanna, IMO, Tech, Swiss, Linda Mac, Phyllis, Jackie, artist, painter, Terry, Eileen, everybody. Have a good night, everybody, and we'll see you next time. And I'll probably be putting out a video in a couple days here because the news moves so quickly that I need to do the video and put it right out, because sometimes even before I get it out, stuff is already happening that I said. So it really is moving very quickly now. So hopefully this will be all over soon. So, all right. Have a good night, everybody. We'll talk to you another time. Okay. Bye. Bye, guys. Bye, Wendy. Bye, Sparky. Bye, everybody. Have a good night. Bye.